Hello everyone, Austin here with Volt Life Proof Grooming, and today we have a super cool Rockstar Edition video for you guys. So answer me this question real quick. What is the single coolest, probably the most fashionable, oldest kind of item of clothing that mankind has worn? The answer is a leather jacket, or a jacket made of some kind of animal skin or something like that. Well, in today's video, we're going to be going over the two arguably most common and popular styles of leather jacket. So this is going to be a leather jacket shootout between the classic and traditional double rider jacket and the more modern and fit cafe racer leather jacket. Now, both the double rider and the cafe racer have some distinctive properties to them that they share. Both are super iconic designs developed and portrayed by actors on the big screen. Both are commonly worn by rock stars and anyone who wants to have that kind of rock star vibe to them. Both are common and pretty relatively easy to find in really any store that sells kind of leather jackets or leather fashion. And last but not least, probably the reason you would consider a leather jacket in the first place is that both of them are just badass. And I just want to note that both of the jackets I have here are from the same company, made from the same materials, and in the same kind of slim fitting product line. So I know the way these jackets fit, and I'm not making my decision on these based on whether one is made of one leather and another is made of another leather. These are the same jackets essentially, just in the different styles. So if you're a fan of the aesthetic and the coolness factor of a leather jacket, the usefulness, the durability of them, then stick around for this video. Alright, so let's begin with the double rider, also just called the kind of the traditional biker leather jacket. This is generally what people think of when they see a leather jacket in their heads. Now, these were originally invented, at least the style was designed in like the 1920s, and it was really made popular in the 1950s. When actors such as Marlon Brando wore them in The Wild One, you know, that old rebellious biker movie, as well as famous rock stars love wearing this jacket. And it's usually called the double rider because of the two lapels that fold over themselves in the jacket. So now let's talk about the pros of the double rider leather jacket. The first pro is that this is going to be the most recognizable design for any kind of leather jacket or any jacket in general that you can probably find and wear today. People see this jacket and they know what it is, and more specifically, they know what kind of attitude the person who wears this jacket has. The double rider is definitely the jacket you want to wear if you want to be seen, you want to make a statement, and you want an impact in the way people treat you when you wear this jacket. Another pro for the double rider is that this is considered a more casual leather jacket, I would consider, than the cafe racer. And that is because it's got all this hardware on it. It's got a design that not only captures that personality, but look at the hardware, the buttons, the zippers, everything the jacket has on it just screams it's a less formal jacket. And the other pro that I would have for this jacket, specifically this one in this style, because this is the classic style. It's got the three main pockets on the body, as well as the coin pocket, the belt, the epaulets, and everything like that. This jacket is going to be arguably more practical than your typical cafe racer. And that is because it's got more pockets, epaulets which can hold riding gloves if you happen to ride a motorcycle. The belt helps you fasten to your waist, and it's got a little coin pouch here for anything small or light that you can throw in there. So generally, more pockets, a shorter style, a zipper that goes up diagonally so it doesn't buckle as much when you bend over if you're sitting down or on a motorcycle or anything like that, is why I call this a bit more of a practical jacket than the cafe racer. Now, they do make cafe racer styles or single rider styles that have multiple zippers and things like that, but most of them don't. Most of the cafe racer style is based around being streamlined, clean, and without all that fluff. Now for some of the cons about this jacket, the first one being it's probably the most intimidating, aggressive looking jacket you can buy. You wear this jacket and people assume you have a certain kind of personality, and it can be a very intimidating, aggressive personality in people's eyes. You may get profiled wearing this jacket, you may get judged wearing this jacket. People think of this jacket and think of you in a certain way. So keep that in mind. The next con for this jacket is that it's not always the most flattering for everybody. The sizing of this jacket, if you get it right, can really flatter your appearance. But generally, this jacket is not going to fit everyone's build and everyone's style as well as something as streamlined and minimalist as a cafe racer would. And the other con about this jacket that kind of goes along with the jacket being the most casual is that it's not the most versatile jacket. You can't really wear it in any kind of even semi-formal occasions or anything like that. So the cafe racer, also called the single rider occasionally, is a more minimalist kind of style. Look, see, there's one zipper, two hand warmer zippers, and pretty much nothing else. You have a little collar here that snaps over and around, but that is it. So what does the Cafe Racer have going for it? Typically, the Cafe Racer style is going to be more versatile, simply because it is a more minimalist design. It looks a little bit cleaner without all the zippers everywhere. And because it's got the straight up and down zipper instead of the diagonal asymmetric zipper, it looks more classic. It looks more classy. And in that way, it also makes the jacket look a little more modern because it doesn't have the stigma attached to it like the way people would think of the double rider jacket being from the 1950s or early 1900s. And in that way, this jacket is generally considered a more modern look. Now, the other benefit of the Cafe Racer is that it's going to be more flattering on more people. I'm not saying this jacket is right for everyone, it definitely is not, but typically you can count on this jacket being more flattering on you than the double rider would be, and I'll tell you why. Because the double rider jacket has this many zippers and this many pockets and this much leather all over the place, it's very thick in the front, which means when you unzip the jacket, the bottom of it tends to bend out and flare out from your shoulders. Generally what that means is that it'll make you look wider at the waist than you really are. And a good jacket design now that fits modernly is going to make you look trim at the waist and build up your shoulders. So that is why I say that this is probably going to be a more classic, a more good fit for more people. The lack of all those pockets and zippers make this a more balanced looking jacket, especially when you're wearing it because it lays balanced. It doesn't lean or bend or flex to any one side. Okay, so what are some cons to this jacket? This jacket is going to be slightly less practical than your double rider simply because it doesn't have all the space for the pockets or as many pockets as the double rider has. But if you're not taking long trips on your motorcycle, you don't really need to carry that much, then this might be a good fit for you. Now, the other thing that might be considered a con for the Cafe Racer, depending on what you're looking for in a jacket, is that it is less noticed and less recognized. This jacket doesn't have the kind of punch that a double rider has when people see it. People don't see this jacket and think of it as that iconic of a jacket that everyone wears, simply because it is not as recognizable and unique looking against other modern jackets out there as the double rider is. Maybe you even consider that a good thing. Maybe you want to be a little bit sedated, a little bit minimalist in your fashion, but that's just one of the points to keep in mind. Now, last but not least is that because this jacket fits slimmer on people, which is why I say it is a more modern looking fit than the double rider does. Generally what that means is that if you get a poor fit in this jacket, it's going to be far more noticeable that something is wrong than if you got a poor fit in like a double rider or something like that. People generally expect that double rider to flare out at the bottom when the jacket is unzipped. That's the way people think about the way that jacket fits when they see it. The recent trend for the double rider jacket has been to wear one that's very big. And in the past, like in the 80s or something like that, having a really tight fitting, almost a second skin kind of leather jacket was considered fashionable. And so there's a huge spectrum you get when wearing a double rider jacket that goes from very tight to very big, and it's all considered pretty fashionable. This jacket, not so much. So hopefully this video kind of helped you and give you an idea of which jacket style may be best for you. We went over the two main kinds of motorcycle leather jackets out there. Consider also that there are other kinds of leather jackets in general, not just ones designed for motorcycles. For example, there's the bomber jacket. There's like the countryman jacket. All these styles you may consider if you're looking for a jacket that does a very specific thing. I just chose the most common ones, the ones that people generally think about when they hear leather jacket, because this is what people generally want to buy when they purchase a leather jacket. So hopefully I've helped you guys out today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions about maybe styling these jackets, which jacket I prefer personally, which jacket has treated me the best, and which jacket I might choose for any kind of body type, then let me know in the comments. I will definitely answer those. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.